Chicago.com for the Dominican University Stars as they look to try and take this third and final set, or maybe third and final set, if they can win it, for the Stars. For Elmhurst College today, if they were to lose this set, they would go 1-1 in matches on the day after beating number 11 ranked University of Chicago in their first game. As they had to play back-to-back here, we'll see what ends up happening in this third and final set. As we're about to get things started as the ball gets thrown out over to Peggy Clemens. So Clemens sends that one into the middle as this comes over to the near side as Chambers hit that one off the double block and it went far back on her own side. 1-0 to start off for Elmhurst, but they had the lead early on in set number 2, but could not hold on to it as Dominican came roaring back near the end. As Clemens sends this serve and gives that point right back over to the Stars. Ties it up at 1. The scores for the first two sets, 25-22 in favor of Dominican, 25-23 in that last set in favor of Dominican. Of course, you have to win by 2. As gifting that point right back was number 11 in Kendall Todd. So 2 service errors in a row from either, well, 1 on either side, but 2 in a row when you combine those 2. As this one over to the far side, and there's a big kill from Tessica Paris. Ties it up at 2. As now the jump serve over towards the far corner. Clemens hit it up into the air. Going cross court, Wilson a little bit too much on top of it, but it gets right back over to Foote, who's able to send it across. As they're going towards that back line, is still coming back after her long run, was Megan Parker. 3-2 in favor of Elmhurst, as it's their server Nimrick to serve. Their setter in Nimrick, excuse me. So Nimrick, left-handed serve, able to get underneath that one as it goes over to the middle of the court and down. 5-2 now in favor of Elmhurst College. Nimrick back in towards the middle, set up over to the near side, cross court, and that one was in. 5-3. 2-point game now. As this one bumped up high into the air, back over to the near side. Can't get underneath it, was number 4 in Foote. She tried, could not do it. Foote, though, pretty good game as the libero so far. When you look at her 7 digs, second on her team. Wilson leading in the dig category. As this one into the middle, Jess kept alive. Over to the far side, back into the middle, off a double block, and there a little bit of a miss hit. As diving for it was Wilson. She actually, if she didn't dive, I think she would have been able to play it. As this one into the middle. Set over to the far side as that one hits off the tape. So it'll be an 8-3 lead now, and Dominican will take a timeout. So replay here. As this one started off on that far side. Well, that was actually the winning point from the last set. Here, this being that last point, is that one, you saw it go off of the tape, not off of the block from the hit from Zanui. 8-3 now. Riley Rogers to serve. As this one gets to the front, over to the near side. Double block, hits off the net. Chambers has to send it back across. As this one back over near side. Nice job sending it back over by Graperis. As now it's played over to the far side and then sent back across. As Wilson able to get on top of that one nicely. As that sent back over by Zanui. Back into the middle and a big kill from number 12, Hannah Davis, the middle hitter, sophomore from Huntley, who went to Marion Central Catholic, another school that we frequent on SportsTownChicago.com when it comes to high school volleyball, as that one will be point for the Stars. 9-4 they trail. As this serve sent across, back over to the far side. Bumped up into the air, back towards the far corner. Now over for number 4, and Burns. Joust at the net, but able to get it back across was Todd. To the near side now, kill attempt that hits off a block. Chambers back into the air with it. Near side, hits it off the tape and a hand as it goes towards the near corner, and it stays in for Zanui. 9-5, trailing by 4. As that one going back towards the back line, but couldn't chance it. As this goes cross court from the far side by Burns. Back out in front, set for Burns again. This time she goes with the changeup. Wilson now to the far side, cross court for Zanui, but it comes back onto her team's side. Near side this time, as that one the dig, but not able to control it, was Shriver. By Kistens, kill there, 6-9. The libero Foot sending it back across. This one right in towards the middle, and Foot tried to dive and grab it. Not able to do so, 10-6, back to a 4-point lead. Shriver. Sends it with the right hand. Chambers bumps it forward. Now to the far side for Zanui. Back over on the far for Burns. In the middle, and just missing there was Kendall Todd. Todd, 7 of 14. Still not doing too bad of a job. This one comes to the middle, as that one will go off the block and out from Alex Kiston. 7-11, the score right now. As the serve sent over by Shiskevich. Near side, that one hits off the tape. That'll be 4 hits. Give it to the Stars. They trail now 8-11. 3-point game, back into the middle of the court. As that one up high from Chambers, bumped forward to the near side. As that one hits off, comes back onto the Elmhurst side, and then quickly hit over with the left hand, but 4 hits was the call. So that point goes to the Stars. Timeout by the Blue Jays, as it is now, it should be 9-11 here on SportsTownChicago.com. As you look at that last one, you had the 4 hits call, and 10-11. As there was 2 points missed. I think it should be 9-11, I believe. I think they're trying to get that fixed here during this timeout. But we get a net view of everything here. And that was 4 hits when you count it out. So good call by the officials there. And now they have everything right on the scoreboard, 9-11. The R2 was making sure they had it right. And now making sure the rotations are in the correct places. As this one goes across. Set up now right to the near side as that one's bumped up high in the air. back over to the far side, and dropping it into the middle was Kendall Todd. 11-10. As that one towards the far corner. And back over to the near side. It's now on to the near side, dropping it over that double block. As it comes back over towards Foot. Now back in front on the kill attempt by Kiston. To the far side for Burns. Wilson in the middle. Now from the near side, it's London. As there, Chambers not able to get under that one. A long rally that finally was won by the Blue Jays, 12-10. They're trying to force a fourth set here, trying to win it in straight sets for the Dominican University Stars. As this one hits off a double block there and goes out off the nice hit from Kendall Todd. Makes it a 1-point game once again. As this one goes right into the middle of the court. Now from Nitmrick to the near side. Big dig there by Foot as this comes back over towards Chambers. Back to the far side for Burns. Chambers able to get underneath that one. From behind the 10-foot line, sending it forward Parker. As that one just out of the reach there of number 4 in Foot. Makes it 13-11. As this one's bumped up to the front, now over to the near side. Chambers hits it off a block. Chambers bumping it back in after she got a little bit of help, but we have a whistle here. Double hit was called on Megan Parker. 14-11. As this one bumped forward, now back over to the near side as Chambers sends it towards the back part of the court. Far side now, and not able to get underneath it was Megan Parker. 15-11 now, 4-point game. As Peggy Clemens is in to serve. As this one goes over to the far side. Set now to the near side, off a block, and it goes out for Chambers. 12-15, 3-point game. So it'll be Audrey Wise to serve right into the middle as that one diving play made there for Megan Parker. She could not get underneath the ball. 16-12. Just missing a couple of balls. As now it'll be Mary Lawrence to serve. Mary Lawrence sends this one towards Chambers. Up to the far side, going cross court with it. Off a block was Paris. As now Chambers back towards the far corner. Now over for Rogers. Is that one not going to be able to get to it as Wilson? Makes it now 17-12 here in set number 3. As the R2 giving an explanation to Zipiri, the head coach. Zipiri, I'm wondering what she was asking about. Either way, this one gets sent across. Chambers bumped up high from Wilson. Chambers now into the middle. Right there was number 19 in Lawrence as this comes over to the near side for Wilson. Far corner, and it stays in. For Paris as it's 17-13. So it'll be Christina Wilson serving it in towards the middle of the court. Now over to the near side. As not able to get underneath it was Chambers. Call that both ways. 18-13. So 18-13 the score right now. As this one bumped into the air. And now over to the far side is that one just missing that far corner, or the near corner, excuse me. As a timeout is taken by Dominican here on SportsTownChicago.com. So we get a chance here to look at that last play. As you see here, that one from Chambers in the middle and just didn't get that tip from the block in front. And that is why that one was ruled out. Yeah, a little bit tough to tell from that angle there. We do have that great shot, though, in front from our from TJ. And, yeah, it's tough to tell, but didn't look like it hit anybody. See if we slow it down, if we see any change of direction in the ball. And it looks like she just avoided touching it, so I think it's a good call from the officials. 19-13 here on SportsTownChicago.com. As this one into the middle of the court, now to the far side is sending that one down, and she's going to get the kill. It's Tessa Paris. She's been big for these last couple of points for the Stars. 19-14. As Chambers sends that one over. Now to the far side, off a double block. Point for the Stars, 19-15, back to within 4. Chambers to serve again. Towards the back line, and it goes out. 20-15, back to 5-point game. 5 points away from forcing a fourth set here by as this one's up into the air. Chambers has to bump it across. As this one burns over a double block. Over to the far side from foot, down by the hand of Zanui. Stays in bounds, off a double block again. High into the air from Nimrick. 10-foot line, and that one goes out. 20-16 now. 4-point game. As checking in right now. Well, checking in first was Weiss, and then checking in for her was Kendall Todd. So Kendall Todd comes in to play the front. As this one to the near side. Right out in front there. Todd didn't get it to a spot where no one was, but her team's still with a chance here. Setting it up is Wilson to the near side. Cross court. The diving play made, but it hits the scorer's table as Carrie Swain could not get underneath it. 17-20, 3-point game. As the serve is set across by Foot. Right to the middle there, and Foot can't get enough of it as that goes out of her play off of her, 21-17. Big kill there in the middle. Leaders in kills, Nimrick one of them. As this one back up to the front of the net again. Gets over the front line, gets to the back line, but now back to Burns. And a miss hit there is a little bit of confusion, I think, again, from Foot and Chambers. 22-17. Shriver, far side. Set up now as that one goes down and for the kill. And Emmerich tried to let it go, but she made her decision too late. 22-18, 4-point game. So serve from the far side as that one will go out of play on the return, 19-22. Trying to win in straight sets and get back into the top 25 are the Stars as that one out of play, 22-20. Back to a 2-point game. Timeout taken. It's the last one for the game. No more timeouts the rest of the way as the Blue Jays use their final timeout. As we watch Shuskevich on her serve again. Then that hit down the far side. Clear as day, that one missed by probably about 3-4 inches. Another look at it here on the SportsDownChicago.com replay. As that one does just miss. As both teams are now about to make their way back onto the court. Both teams not spending the entire time in there. Timeouts. Now we just wait for the R1 whistle. As it's 22-20. Serving Shuskevich. Sends it to the far side. Up into the air. Nimrick now over for Burns. It hits off a block. Foot right there to dig it out. Near side, going down the near sideline. Point for Kiston as she found that near corner. 21-22. Back into the middle. Nimrick now to the far side for Burns again. She gets it off the double block. Good dig there from Foot as this one hit back over, but too hard by Kiston. And I think Kiston there, a little anxious. Just get that one back onto the other side. Just allow your team to fight for another point. You can still get in a good defensive position. Now London on the serve. Getting underneath that one was Foot, far side. And that one goes out. Couldn't get anybody to touch it. Set point here, 24-21. Now London. Chance to win this set here for her team. Bumped up high into the air to the near side off a double block. And that'll do it for set number 3, 25-21. We will have a fourth set as Elmhurst College wins this one and forces a fourth set. As it was a good stretch to end it there from both teams, but Elmhurst getting the better of the Stars. As you see there on that replay one more time, hits off the block and just kind of get caught in that in-between spot was Caitlin Foot. She tried to set it and it was a ball that she probably should have maybe bumped, and her hands were a little too far apart too. That didn't help either. So now we'll take a timeout, come back with the fourth set here on SportsTownChicago.com.
You love sports, you have drive and determination, but you need skills to work in sports broadcasting. Hey, this is Tom Waddle, and I'm here to tell you how to get those skills at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Get hands-on training for a career in radio, TV, or digital media. Learn to be a host, producer, or shoot